Wow. Good morning. And I just realised there was something else there that needn't have been there. Good morning. Yes, just last minute decided, yes, I will go live. My arm is aching. I haven't even bothered putting on the sling. It wasn't a good night last night, the pain levels. But anyway, we get through these things that are called parts of life, the experiences we have in life. And I have got my cards sitting here ready to go. I haven't actually started doing the shuffling. So I'm going to do that now so that we've got the cards ready to be able to be laid out. Now, as you might see, which I'll switch around to that view, we're going to this screen so that you can see I have got a separate deck of cards here. This lot is Intuitive Soul Oracle cards that are created by Lisa Williams. I better put it up straight, hadn't I? So you can actually see them. That's another deck that I've been using in the last day or two. But this here is what I've got, the automatic card shuffler ready to do the Rana George cards because they actually fit into the slots that I'll put that there so that you can keep that in view. As I'm actually doing the shuffling. So it is going to be a little noisy in a sec as it does this. And it's just using the intention of the cards. The energy is shuffled into there with the intention of being for this morning's reading. So here we go. I'm going to do the 5-card spread, sorry. So we've got the Sun. Sun is in the first position of work. We have the Ring in the second position of the home. We've got the Clouds there in the third position of the unexpected. We've got in our fourth position, we've got the Lady, the woman, in that position. And here we have the other lady. It's very feminine oriented this morning, very strong with the feminine energy. So what I'm going to do here is get a pointer, which I haven't got my Apple Pencil in here because I don't have my iPad in the office at the moment. So here we go. I'm just going to pull that down. I'll just modify my screen a little bit on the fly because I can with the eCam, and just going to move that down a little. Actually, I'll move that over there this time. It just fills that little spot. So you can see clearly the box that is Rana George's. Good morning, Sarah. How are you this morning? Wonderful to see you here. I am over on mytimetv.live and the YouTube channel and the other 4 spaces that are the restream that I've simulcasting out to. So here we go. The Sun in the work really is putting that light of the golden energy of what is productive, strong work happening today in your workspace. So you're going to be moving forward with that in a real way. I think today is also here in South Australia going to be a warm day, and tomorrow's going to be even warmer. So things are warming up for us, and that's the same type of a feel that we're getting in our workspace. So we've started the year, we've warmed it up, and we're going to be getting it moving, getting it going. So feel into that energy of what is your sunshine in what you're doing through your workspaces. So I'm seeing that almost like a halo effect over this pillar of, these strong pillars of what's ruins its lasted for years and years and years and years, not centuries, obviously. It's going to be long lasting. So get into that, the foundation of what you've been doing and shine that light forward, because it's going to be something that's going to be moving forward. It'll last. It'll be beautiful, beautiful, beautifully worked into your days. Right. Into your day today, because I do this with the intention of it's a daily card spread. I haven't been regular. Well, things limiting at the moment. Moving into that commitment, my commitment is to, and this is, as much as this ring is in the home space, it's still relevant for the whole of who you are, because that usually is where you're actually more of your own self in your home space. You do tend to put on a little bit of a face for your workspace, but in your home space, you're more with your guard down, you're more vulnerable, you have those more intimate moments of interactions and in the relationships that you have and the people who you have in your home. Those chosen and those that aren't, because as much as it sounds a bit blasé, we do choose our friends, we don't choose our relatives. But we still have chosen them on that soul contract level. So it is the commitment to actually learning more about yourself and the way that you interact and how you are with those around you, and putting that work that, well, it is an effort sometimes, but other times it's just pure bliss in knowing that you're in safe place, safe space. You feel safe with the people around you. At least I hope you do. If you don't, it's something you need to work on to change, because we don't sit without an ability of making our choices. And this, with the ring and the commitment, we're making a choice to be committed to our home, the people around us in our home space as well. So with love, put that commitment there into that heart space that you have around, what does the ring signify for you? Remember, we are choosing to tap into our own intuition and our own psychic senses with this. As you're watching this, as you're feeling what these cards mean for you, take it into what is your meaning for it as well. And the intention is, this is just today's reading. Tomorrow's may be completely different, and allowing those messages to come in. A lot of our time needs to be listening to others first before we actually jump in and give our own opinions or act on things. The doing. A lot of what we need to be doing really is more in listening mode. Watch, learn, listen, that type of thing. So I'm breathing through it. I feel like I'm still holding my breath with a lot of doing this, reading through this. Take those spaces. I'm seeing the little dots in the lace pattern pieces here. That's the spaces. That's the listening times. That's just what it feels like. Okay. As we're moving up to our unexpected card, which is the clouds. Now, the clouds, on the other deck that I use, the Gilded Reverie, it is a different angle of which way the clouds are moving, but it doesn't. Like this has the dark cloud being the front, because I do still feel, because it is, and this is interesting in the way that we interpret, because in the Western countries we read left to right. Everything's written left to right, where in other countries what you're reading is right to left. So it just depends on how you see this. As my interpretation is the dark. So, I'm reading left to right, being the left is more past influences, and the right is more future influences, and what we have in the central alignment is our present moment. So what this is feeling to me is we've got the dark clouds in front of those, the cloud bank that comes in from a cold front, from weather that seems to be stormy and most generally is considered bad weather. But really, we need all forms of our weather. What we've got coming today here in South Australia is a hot day, sunshine, blue skies, no cloud in sight. There's only the whisper of clouds that I'm seeing in the distance, nothing that's solid like this one is. So we're having just that unexpected existence, popping in of a stormy cloud, but it does clear. It goes through the normal cycles of what clouds do. They're almost ephemeral because they're just moisture hanging in the air in a whole bunch of droplets that creates a cloud. The wind and the movement of air shifts it onward to where it next needs to be or dissipates. And that's what's going to happen and pop in our day-to-day. Something that might be bothering us could be coming over like that dark cloud that in the end is going to be just the whisper of the air blowing it through, so that it is that movement of the energy that we're going to see in our day. I'm feeling we need to go with the flow of that. Acknowledge that we might be having a rough patch in the day, and then let it move on. Deal with it as we need to in that more practical sense of what the sun energy is, if it's happening in our workspace, or feel from the heart what we're going to do, even though this is the ring. The ring usually is given as a symbol of our feelings from the heart, isn't it? And that commitment to another. So feel into that when you see the clouds coming into your day, or watch them blowing away. It depends on your perspective and which angle you're looking at it, doesn't it? Your understanding is what's important for you in that part of your day to day when the clouds do show up. And now for the two ladies, we've got the more romantically dressed, the oldest style of what is in this type of card is done in the Arabic sense, the older Arabic sense of dress and feeling of luxury and all that is. She's got a beautiful jug and chalice in front of her as she's gazing out upon what is her horizons, what is her scene. And there's an ace of spades card that's indicated there with what's hanging above her head. I'll just bring that up so we can get the comparison between the two. So here we have that luxurious, almost tropical feel of this scene, and the glorious clothing being the richness of the purples and the reds for passion, and the veil for beauty, all that is, and just that scenery of lushness in behind her. Unfortunately, my camera's not going to focus properly there. It's bringing in that more, this is our role. It is feeling into that self of us, that richness that we have in our life, that richness of who we are as an individual and a person, bringing that forward, and especially tapping into definitely the strength of the feminine energies today, being the double up that we've got with these for this morning. So feel into that. That softer nurturing side, and as the woman is also the outcome, here we have that outcome moving towards the more contemporary, the more modernized, although the colors are still sort of similar with the richness of the that reds, the carpet rug she's dancing on, and in the curtaining there's the beautiful greens being supported again as you see them side by side, the green of the scenery in the room as such. So there's an outer and an inner perspective that we're looking at here. So it's almost the complete story of our feminine side being complete in our womanhood, being complete in our feminine energies for those who are men watching this and interpreting for yourself. What am I feeling as that feminine energy? In what way can I express it today? And you can express it in whichever, it's across all the realms of time as such, of what is your ancestry with the maternal sides of that lineage and all that brings forward for it, and being able to dance what is your dance. Because I feel that this younger more contemporary woman, well, seems younger, probably isn't, but just the energy of this more contemporary styling of this woman picture is that freedom. The arms are open. There isn't any restriction. There's just a dance with the beautiful fabric that she's wearing or about to wear as a shawl, and being able to have the diversity of draping in whatever way she would like to be, it's almost a romantic, a sensual stance there. And we can be all of those, from just plain practical to our sensual inner self coming out. It is the whole realm of who we are being expressed and practiced there. And I think it is I'm feeling it is the message of bringing out through our whole persona who we are in this set of cards this morning in the spread that we're seeing. So move into your day with confidence, knowing that it's okay to have the balance being tipped one way for a day, being on the more feminine side, feeling into that inner you and sensing that self-nurture, that inner love, finding some of those shadows that might pop into your day that need to be brought out into the light while you're at work or at home. It doesn't really matter where, just being that truthful, bringing the truth from that inner sense out and into the open, as the feminine side can do so well. It allows, in some sense, the permission to cry through your emotions, to be who you are in that deeper sense, because we do seem to have such a division between men don't cry and women are sookies, that type of thing. Just allow the feminine to help create more of that balance that is between the two. And we are all of it. Okay. Now I'm going to leave it there, and thank you for watching for another daily session. Hopefully I'll get to be doing tomorrow morning. Not 100% sure that I will, because I have got x-rays for this tomorrow, and hopefully the cast itself will come off and there'll be a splint type arrangement apparently. I don't know. Won't know till tomorrow. So that might mean that because it's an early start, I might not get time to actually do the live stream tomorrow, but certainly hopefully on Friday I will. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate you being the audience, the people, the support that you have been. I have been getting some wonderful messages for healing and that, so thank you very much. Yeah, so look, I'll leave it there, and next time, when that will be, namaste, one-handed namaste. Bye for now.